Gordy, where do we start with last night's game?
It was an epic, incredible game by both teams, and you saw the value of playing defense the last 3 minutes of the game. The Warriors' defense was absolutely sensational as far as position-wise, but also how they guarded the ball. They forced the Raptors to missing 5 of the last 6 shots, and then Draymond Green made 3 unbelievable plays on the same possession with Kawhi. End of the game, he gave help, then he fronted Gasol, and then he sprints out to the corner, and he goes out to Lowry's shooting hand and gets a side tip on it. It reminded me of Scottie Pippen, where he Bill mastered when he went out and challenged jump shots in the corner. He go to the player's shooting hand, and it made Larry White shoot the ball, hit the side of the backboard. Brilliant.
So many things to start with there first, Gordy. Let's start first with the fact that, if you want to look at the stat in the game last night, it was clearly three-point shooting. It was Golden State shooting 47%, 20 of 42, and Toronto 8 of 32, 25%. I mean, that's a huge differential in the game last night, but again, it was still a one-point game late. Let's start where there's 3 minutes left. After Kawhi went on that unbelievable run, 10 consecutive points, they put the team up. They're up by 6 with the basketball. Nick Nurse takes a timeout, Gordy. What was going on with that? He said he wanted to get his guys a rest. His guys didn't look like they needed a rest. Golden State needed a rest. And I thought that changed a lot of the flow of the game. Did you agree?
I agree. That was a tactical error by Nick Nurse, and that gave a chance for the Warriors to regroup, and they did. And add to that, so the Warriors outscored the Raptors from the three-point line by 36 points, Bill, to win by 1.
Right.
It just shows you the power of three-point shooting, but it's how they got them. And so that timeout allowed the Warriors to get in the huddle and talk about the intensity needed on defense, and that picked up their defense. And as always speaking, that defense creates your offense, and then Clay made a 3, and then Stephen made a 3, and then Clay made a 3. And that was the difference of the game as far as momentum. It was an incredible, epic game by the Warriors.
Then he has a timeout with 14.5 remaining, and he chooses not to call the timeout, and Golden State's ready, and they basically pick him up at half court. That should have been where he used the timeout, right?
That is correct. And to add to that, what you want to do it with Kawhi Leonard, who's absolutely a brilliant player, they gave Kawhi the ball top of the circle, so now Kawhi's staring at literally 10 eyeballs defensively. And that's what I mentioned about Draymond Green, and everyone else was in lockstep as far as making him pass the ball, and that created that Lowry corner 3, where he's a good three-point shooter. But Draymond made the play. What you want to do is get the ball to Kawhi on the second side without panicking, so he's a one-bounce player to try to create a basket or a foul. Remember, it was a one-point game.
It was a one-point game. The last possession you outlined, it was a great decision by Draymond Green. Iguodala coming up as well. They rotate that ball to the corner. Was that the right place to go? I know Lowry's the guy in the corner, or should that ball have been reversed and tried to get it back to Kawhi when he got that ball to Fred VanVleet?
No, it was the right play by they swing the ball to Lowry in the corner. So it was just more perfect defense by Draymond Green. And, again, the power of defensively of rotating, help the helper. So that's what it really was. So everyone was helping each other, and they refused to lose. Now, if you're the Raptors, you've got to, Bill, regroup yourself. So let's not forget that it was a one-point game. So they had a lot of great moments in the game, but they couldn't close them out. And it all starts with them moving the ball. And they basically over-dribbled most of the game until Kawhi's brilliance took over. And that's where they almost got it done, but they did not.
Yeah, they turned the ball over last night, did the Warriors. I think they had 19 turnovers last night.
And that was critical, Bill. That backcourt was a critical play because off that turnover, that the Warriors made a three-point shot, and then DeMarcus Cousins, who gave them good minutes, I call them beastly minutes, committed that illegal screen that gave them a life with Kawhi to try to make the play. But unfortunately, in their point of view, they did not. Bill, Game 6 in Oakland, from a reference standpoint, it will be the last game in Oracle Arena because of the newness of the building now being in downtown Mission Bay area, in the Bay Area. Just the last time ever that the fans around the world will see the Warriors play in Oracle.
I don't, they're loud and it's the last game and all that other stuff. The crowd isn't going to impact Toronto. They've played in there. They won back-to-back games. They may be slightly louder. We'll see. I'm going to be very interested, though, to see the mindset that Toronto comes in with, Gordy. And you said, can they put it aside? They were 3 minutes away from a championship. Now, they didn't play great for that game, but they hung around. Golden State, it took all they had, and they did still get 11 points, too, from Kevin Durant before he injured himself, and they shot lights out. I'm not sure what to make of it, but to me, this game is more about Toronto's mindset coming in because they've won there before. Golden State's not going to have Durant. It doesn't look like they're going to have Kevon Looney because he hurt himself to the point that he couldn't play down the stretch. And I don't know that they're going to. I don't know that Toronto will shoot as bad, and I don't know that Golden State will shoot as well.